Welcome to YouTube Money Lab. Today's episode breaks down how the clip, Earning Money on YouTube, a Beginner's Guide, from Bright City Official Channel. They guide you 6 tips for beginners. This is your shortcut to real creator insights. In just minutes, let's go.
Well, that's what we're doing today. We're going to dive into this Brightside video. It's called How to Earn Money on YouTube. 6 tips for beginners.
Sounds like a good starting point.
Yeah, the plan is simple. Pull out those key first steps, make it clear and structured for anyone thinking about maybe monetizing a channel.
Good mission. We're not just going to read the video transcript, right? We're digging in a bit.
Definitely digging in, looking at those initial tips and what they really mean when you're just starting out.
Okay, let's do it. Where does the video suggest starting? The channel itself.
Exactly, setting up the channel. And Brightside makes it sound pretty straightforward, which it kinda is. It's all tied to your Google account.
Right, so you can use one you already have or make a totally new one just for YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
And they mention choosing a username, which seems small, but it's actually pretty important, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. It needs to be easy, memorable, something people can actually find when they search.
What if you pick one and then, regret it later?
Well, the video mentions changing it via Google plus A, which is a bit outdated now, but the core idea holds. You can usually change your channel name through your main Google account settings.
Okay, good to know. So not stuck forever if your first idea wasn't great?
Exactly. There's usually flexibility.
And besides the name, the video also points out adding keywords in the advanced settings.
Yeah, that's crucial for discoverability. Think about what someone would actually type into the YouTube search bar.
Like, what words would they use to find your kind of videos?
Precisely. You embed those keywords and it helps YouTube figure out what your channel's all about and who might want to watch it.
So don't just put cats if you have a cat channel. Maybe funny cat videos or Siamese cat care tips.
Exactly. Get specific. Think like a viewer. Okay, so setup is one thing. Google account, good name, keywords, done. But then the actual videos.
Right, the content. Brightside stresses finding your own unique angle, your niche.
And developing a personal style too, letting your personality come through.
Yeah, that's what makes people stick around, isn't it? That connection. And they also advise keeping videos engaging and not too long.
Respect the viewer's time. Makes sense. Nobody wants to watch something drag on forever.
Provide value, keep it snappy, leave them wanting more.
The video also had this encouraging bit saying your quality will get better over time.
Oh, that's so important to hear, especially at the start.
Yeah, they even suggest looking at the really early videos of big YouTubers now. They weren't always super polished.
Not at all. Everyone starts somewhere. It's about practice, learning, refining. Consistency is way more important initially than having a perfect Hollywood setup.
Speaking of consistency, the video really hammers that point. Post regularly, at least once a week.
What do you think is the real power behind that? Just keeping people interested?
I think so, yeah. It builds anticipation, like you said. It's like making an appointment with your viewers. They know when to show up.
And it signals to YouTube's algorithm that your channel's active too.
Good point. And just like the channel keywords, the video reminds us. Tags and keywords for each video are super important too.
They're like signposts for each specific piece of content. The more relevant they are, the better chance you have of the right people finding that specific video.
Okay, channel up, videos going out consistently, using keywords. Now, the money part, monetization basics.
Right, the video walks through the clicks. My channel, video manager, channel, enable monetization.
Sounds simple enough. Click the button.
Well, clicking the button basically tells YouTube, okay, I'm cool with ads potentially showing up on my stuff.
Potentially.
Yeah, and the video makes a really critical point here. Just enabling it doesn't mean the cash starts rolling in. Not at all.
You need an audience first, a real engaged audience.
Exactly. It's not a magic switch.
Yeah.
There are actual hurdles to clear before you can join the YouTube Partner Program and really earn from ads.
And the video mentions those numbers, right? The 4,000 hours.
Yep. 4,000 hours of watch time in the last 12 months. And 1,000 subscribers.
That's the gateway. That's what you need to even start earning ad revenue through the program. What do you think about those numbers? Tough for a newbie.
They're significant. It shows YouTube you've built something real, that people are actually watching. It encourages focusing on community, not just pumping out videos.
So it's a commitment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But remember, if you've got older videos, the video says you can go back and monetize those too through the video manager.
Oh, interesting. So past work can count towards those hours?
Yep. Anything that gets watched contributes.
Okay, so let's say you hit those numbers. 4,000 hours, 1,000 subs. You're earning something. How do you get paid?
That's where Google AdSense comes in. The video explains you need to set up an AdSense account, which is free on their site.
And there's a note for younger creators.
Right. If you're under 18, You absolutely need a parent or guardian involved to handle the AdSense side of things. That's crucial,
Why is that?
because AdSense needs to verify who you are and send payments. So they need like a PayPal account linked or a valid physical address, legal stuff, basically.
Got it. Okay, monetization on, audience growing, AdSense ready. What else?
Engagement. The video highlights this big time. It's not just about broadcasting, it's interaction.
Like sharing your videos on other social media?
Yeah, that helps get more eyes on it initially,
Yeah.
but also really interacting in the comments.
Answering questions, thanking people.
Exactly, building that community feel. That's what turns a casual viewer into someone who actually subscribes and cares about your next video.
Loyalty. And how do you know what's working, what people like?
Analytics. The video stresses checking your YouTube analytics regularly. It's more than just view counts.
What can you see there?
Oh, tons. What videos people like most, how long they watch, where they tend to click away.
Yeah.
Plus, the comments themselves are direct feedback.
So it helps you figure out what to make more of, or maybe what to tweak.
Precisely. It's like having a direct line to understanding your audience. Super valuable.
Okay, now the video mentioned something a bit different, licensing viral content.
Yeah. That's more of a potential bonus situation if you happen to film something amazing that just blows up online.
Like that double rainbow video or something?
Kind of like that, yeah. News outlets, media companies, maybe even other creators might want to pay you to use that specific clip.
So unexpected income possibility, not really a strategy, more like luck.
Pretty much. Right place, right time, camera rolling. But it's a way people have made money via YouTube content.
Gotcha. Now, for people really serious about growing, the video talks about the YouTube Partner Program in more detail, beyond just the initial monetization.
Right. Once you're established, there's another level. The requirement mentioned is 15,000 cumulative watch hours over the last 90 days.
So quite a step up from the initial 4,000 over 12 months.
Definitely shows more consistent engagement. And becoming a full partner unlocks extra perks.
Like what?
The video mentions better creation tools, community support, tips directly from YouTube, maybe even chances to win prizes or get recognition. It's like YouTube investing back into its successful creators.
Okay, so ads are one thing. Partner program adds more support. But the video also talks about diversifying, not just relying on ads.
Yeah, that's smart thinking for any creator, really. One suggestion is selling your own merchandise.
Like t-shirts, mugs, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Once you have that loyal fan base, they might want to support you by buying stuff with your brand or catchphrases on it.
Deepens the connection, adds income, seems like a win-win.
It can be, but as the video notes, it's also work. You got to handle designs, production, shipping, customer service.
Sounds like a whole other job.
It can be, though the video does mention using freelance sites like Fiverr to potentially get help with some of that.
Okay, so merch is one option. What else? Affiliate marketing.
That's pretty common. You partner with companies, recommend their products in your videos.
And if someone buys through your special link, you get a cut.
Exactly. The video mentions big ones like Amazon and eBay. Huge selection of products there, so you can usually find stuff related to your content.
But you need to be upfront about it, right?
Yeah.
Tell people it's an affiliate link.
Absolutely. Transparency is key. And, like the video says, it might shape your content a bit. Maybe you do more reviews or tutorials featuring those products.
Makes sense. And the last income stream mentioned, sponsorships.
Yeah, getting companies to pay you directly to feature them or their products in your videos. Actual sponsorships.
That sounds like the big leagues.
It often is. It usually requires a pretty solid, engaged audience that fits who the sponsor wants to reach. It's basically selling ad space within your own content.
Okay, wow. So we went from just starting a channel to like potentially running a whole media business with merch and sponsors.
It's a spectrum, right? You start small, build up.
So wrapping it all up, what did Brightside say were the absolute key things for success, the big takeaways?
It boiled down to some core principles, really. Things like consistent hard work, determination.
Creativity, obviously.
Creativity, definitely. And, maybe the most important, genuinely believing in what you're creating. Having that passion.
Because it's not easy, right? It takes effort and time.
For sure. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
Oh.
It demands dedication, bouncing back from videos that maybe don't do well, and really loving the process.
Well, hopefully this whole deep dive gave everyone listening a clearer picture of those first steps based on what Brightside shared.
Yeah, a foundation to build on if they're considering jumping into YouTube. It's not just upload and pray.
There's strategy involved, even early on. Audience building, engagement, thinking about monetization options down the line.
It's a multifaceted thing.
Definitely. So the big question for everyone listening, thinking about all this, what kind of content are you actually excited to create?
What's that unique thing you want to share?
Yeah, what passion could you turn into videos? Who do you imagine watching? That's probably the real starting point, isn't it?
That's where the journey begins.